Hi, I'm Eric Mattis with JamPlay.com, and I'm glad to be back with you again. And in the next series of lessons, I'm going to be teaching you the ragtime classic Maple Leaf Rag by the great Scott Joplin. And as you might know, a lot of these ragtime classics were actually written around the turn of the 20th century. So they're quite old now, but they've remained relevant and fun to listen to. And the fun thing about playing these kinds of tunes on the guitar is that they help us to, in some ways, kind of mimic a piano playing. And as you get into these and you start comparing yourself to the pianists, you find that you're woefully inadequate. But actually, no, we've got our own tricks, we guitar players. And so I'm going to try to show you some tricks where you can sound bigger than you actually are. And so in this first section here, I'm just going to play what I played for you at the beginning of this clip, and that is the introduction. And this introduction melody is very critical in Maple Leaf Rag because you will return to it constantly throughout the entire melody. This actual tune has an A melody, a B melody, and a C melody, each of which you're going to be doing twice. And but throughout the entire tune, you will use this theme that you just heard. So let's get started now. Okay, so we're going to start off with an A diminished chord, okay, and or an A diminished seventh. And what we're going to do is on that is it's index finger on the 4th fret of the 4th string, second finger on the 4th fret of the 2nd string, ring finger on the 3rd string 5th fret, and little finger on the 1st string 5th fret. So we have this chord, and we're going to put A in the bass. Okay, so it'll be like this. Now, when we first start off the song, we're just going to play the diminished chord as is, with the root here being on the 4th string. Okay, it's going to be like this. Okay, now the beauty of this is that we won't be alternating the bass yet, not until we get into the melody of the song. So for the introduction of the song, we'll just be playing on the 4 top strings, okay, with the thumb playing the 4th string. So therefore it'll be playing this F sharp here. So we've got the F sharp, and then when we move the index finger down a fret, we're going to end up with an F7th chord. So whether you want to consider this initial diminished 7th chord, whether you want to consider it an A diminished because the tonic's up here on the top, or an F sharp, or a C diminished, or an E flat diminished, it could be any or all of them, because with diminished chords they repeat every 3 frets, like this. Those are all the same chord, just with a different order of the notes. So we're going to go from this A diminished, or if you want to call it an F sharp diminished, to this F7th. Okay, same rhythm. Okay, now we're going to go to that little A country blues A, or this ragtime A. Okay, so let's look at that melody. A lot of that's being done with the little finger. Okay, so we're striking with the 2nd finger, the 1st string, and then the 2nd string, 1st finger, and then back up to the 1st string. So we get that. Okay, then little finger goes to the 5th fret of the 2nd string. So we'll put that to the alternating bass now that we're into the melody. Good. Okay, now we play an F major 7th here. Okay, so that's just like an F, but we don't play on the top string. So it's going to be, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to thumb the bass here, so like this. Now the melody is played on the 3rd and 2nd strings. Like that. Now you can also, some people like to bar this. And they'll do like that. And I've shown people the tune like this. You could do it that way. I think it's really difficult myself, but this way seems to work really easily, okay? And then we go to A. So this is an A chord. Don't let my weird way of playing A throw you off. Most people will put 3 fingers in there, but as you notice by my big wide fingers, I can actually use 2 and cover those 3 strings. So that's what's happening here. A, E, A. So A, E, A. And what you're picking is playing second, third, and then E, and then you're going to play those 2 together and then back up together. So it's like this. Let's look at that again. Okay, so let's look at the bass line now when we're doing this. It's going to be like this. And then, okay, let's look at that again so you can see that. Okay, we're going to go. Okay, so let's put the whole melody now together with the bass line. So we have, take it slowly. Now A, and we're going to alternate the bass. Okay, F major 7th. And A, E, A. Okay, again. F major 7th, and A, E, A. Good. Okay, in the next lesson, we're going to start the basic first melody of the Maple Leaf Rag, and we'll see you then.